Things that make sure that he has things in check. Like, okay, no father can marry off his daughter to some like the very average guy. So that means that many men would stay without being married because no father would give their daughter, like their young daughter, to someone who can't provide for them. So if we protect you from yourself. Well, what I'm saying is that would mean that more men would stay single. That's also what's happening right now in China with the one-child policy. A lot of men stay single because there are no women available. Yeah, but that's not the same as fathers giving their daughters off. That's not the same. Arrangement. That's an issue. That's an availability issue. No, right now, women in China are like I guess the prized possession because fewer families kept girls, so now they can ask for more. More, so they demand more from the yeah, that's a unique situation where there's a lack of women. I'm talking about in a healthy society where it's typically 50-50. Like, I think arranged marriages are a good thing. Because the thing is that the men help the father and the brother get involved to help. Because again, like I said before, women don't really mature until they get older and figure out that like what it is. Like, I'm sure now you're more selective on men than you were when you were 20. Oh yeah. Correct? Oh yes. And when all the good men are taken, should the father just give his precious daughter to anyone just for her to get married? I'm not an idiot, and she was able to find a man for her while she was still young. We'll find somebody for her. Well, the thing is, there's only a handful of like the same way women. The same. So it's just a situation of supply and demand. Like if there's not enough available high value men, even if the father tries his hardest, if he's not a high earner, if he's not, we gotta be realistic too, of course, with where your daughter stands and everything. Obviously, you want the best for her, but if it's but the thing is that yes, some of these women are gonna have to get with more average men. That's what it is. And then they just repeat it. Average men. You know what? You changing me. I just don't think that arranged marriages always succeed because in the end, like if a father rather just say like you know what you're doing, you just marry up to the first guy who does us like 5 goats. I guarantee you, a father and a woman do a better job than the woman herself. I would disagree because there's a lot of cases of like victims of the United States compare Western countries. Compare Western countries where feminism is strong to countries that don't have feminism. And the women are more satisfied. I don't think you can measure satisfaction in that way. How many, like, first of all, freedom, like, so is freedom only a thing for men? That's what you're saying. Freedom, yeah, so basically we are stripped of our human rights. What? Yeah, you're saying freedom is something only for men. Freedom is a human right. That's what I'm saying. It's just like happiness comes in many ways. Happiness for women typically comes from a family and children, not a career. Well, it could be for some women, not for all. But what I'm saying is that talking about the majority. There are some women that are outliers that care about money and success, of course. But a majority of women don't give a fuck about that. They don't care about their status and their income. They want a man that they can be with, that they can love, admire, and respect, and have children with that man. Can I ask a question? And what you're saying directly makes them less attractive to those very men, is what I'm trying to explain to you. Feminism inadvertently actually hurts women in the long run. But without feminism, we wouldn't have women who join the workforce in an economy that men build and can't like keep going just with their own workforce.
The jobs that women do are useless most of the time.
I wouldn't say so because in the
They
medical
absolutely
field, like right now, women are like doctors would still need nurses, and I know nurses right now are majority women.
For sure.
But now
For
it's
sure.
more women are
That's
really
exactly. It's true, but in general, women overwhelmingly represent jobs that are not critical to society.
teachers.
No, they do jobs a lot of times like office work, HR, jobs that aren't
Your
necessarily.
business needs to run with those jobs still. Like I'm not saying that they are right now the CEOs or not, but I'm like saying like if you're an engineer, you still need the people in the office working to
Okay, let me make this very simple for you. Men dominate the job fields that are critical for society to continue to operate and thrive. The infrastructural jobs that keep the United States running are dominated by men. Women go into job fields that are typically useless. When I ask women what they major in, it's typically some stupid thing: studies, women's studies, arts, design, like jobs that don't necessarily align with critical. No, it's not that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to society. Yes, you can get a job in it for sure, but men dominate the jobs that matter to society. Women don't.
But women didn't have the opportunity before, and every year women are joining more STEM. Like it's not like it's a process. Like in the 70s, women couldn't even open a bank account on their own. They would have their husbands sign for them. So it's a process. We can't measure. No, we can't measure the progress.
That was good.
Women versus men in a society.
That now.
Well, death isn't always bad. That's what I'm saying.
What? Okay, you want to have this conversation? What kind of debt that we typically have?
Well, credit card debt. But that keeps business moving.
No, that's a terrible debt to have.
No.
So let's say that that's good debt, but most women don't.
Actually, women are buying more and more houses on their own, and that's actually a fact.
Real estate investors are men, man.
Yes, still. It's still that every year during
a very small minority of women that have the financial aptitude to go ahead and invest in real estate. Most women don't even know about real estate and investing into real estate. They would rather invest into their beauty and find a guy that can get them the. That's what most women do.
It takes years for society to shift a little, but we are seeing the shift. We're seeing in more women joining.
For the worse. Feminism is going on for almost 80 years. Women are educated now than ever before, and they're graduating college at a higher rate than they ever graduated before. So why is it that they're still underrepresented in the jobs that matter the most to society? Stan?
Because it takes time for society.
Women do manual labor jobs that are hard.
That's true. That's true because they're physically not equipped for it.
Okay, they don't want to do it.
I mean,
they don't want to do construction. No, they don't want to do engineering. They don't want to do any type of STEM. They don't want to get into.
Actually, more women are joining.
Yeah, that's cool. They're still a minority.
They're still a
minority. They don't want to be electricians. They don't want to be power linemen. They don't want to be plumbers. They don't want to do any of these jobs that keep society going. They want to be able to sit in an air-conditioned office and hang out and wear a suit every day. That's fine, but guess what? That doesn't lead to society thriving. Why do you think an electrician or a plumber will make more than a woman that's at HR? Because, I'll tell you why, feminism has done this. We have a whole book on this. Feminism doubled the workforce.
It's a tough game, but it's what you live for. Like, it's when I came to the Big 12 to play teams like this. Obviously, I've known Cole for the past 3 years, winning 3 gold medals with him. And I've been playing against Brandon Burries, SFG. I was like, damn, it's going to be a great environment. My first loss, maybe I said it's going to be behind us, and I'll prepare for it. It's going to be a tough game, but it's what you live for. Like, it's why I came to the Big 12 to play teams.
That's when you double the workforce. You can cut wages in half. Okay? Feminism was a big psyop to get women into the workforce so that they can lower wages. Back in the 1950s, before feminism, a man was able to support himself, his children, and his wife, and buy a home. Now, you can't buy a home and sustain a family with one income. You have to have 2 incomes. Why? Because of feminism, which is what you're arguing for. But the jobs that pay a lot, that don't require a degree, by the way, that women go ahead and go to college and, saturate, these jobs still pay $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. Why is that? Because the workforce is limited to only male applicants. So they're forced to pay these guys more because women don't want these jobs. The jobs, when women are able to enter the workforce, the wages are going down. Outside of maybe, even lawyers are struggling to make that kind of money because the workforce is doubled. It's very difficult. We had a lawyer on the other day, weeks ago. It's very difficult for you to get a job as a lawyer nowadays unless you come from a top 10 or top 20 law school. Why is that? Because women have entered that job field. And it's gonna happen to doctors. No, it's already happening with doctors. some of the fastest growing careers in the medical field. My sister's a doctor. That's how I know this. Physician's assistants and nurse anesthetists. Why is that?
Yeah, they don't hire doctors
I'll tell
anymore.
you, anesthesiologists. Like, why more hospitals nowadays want to hire nurse anesthetists over anesthesiologists? Because women have entered that marketplace. So they've effectively doubled the workforce. So now they need to save money. So what do? They hire physician's assistants, nurse anesthetists. They hire these other people that can kind of augment a doctor. Why do I need 3 doctors when I can go ahead and get these other job fields that can do the same thing, prescribe medication and everything, almost everything a doctor can do.
But that's oversimplification of our economy. There's a lot of things that take into that count when it comes to the economy. Men, for example, do have riskier jobs like construction, electricians, etc., because they are physically equipped for that, and there's no denying that some jobs come with a higher risk, and therefore the pay is better. Like I'm all for it. So he's saying that women make the work.
Don't say it, but what are you arguing?
I'm just saying that it's not necessarily true that it's because women join the workforce that salaries
That's a
go
big
up.
part of it. That's precisely the reason. So therefore, wages have to come down.
But before there was no coverage.
There is no coverage.
No, like for example, if there was one hospital in town, do you think they were able to like cater to everyone? Like the thing is everything is supply and demand. It's like
Because he has a really big point. The reason why I say that is because he said like, yo, now you don't even need a doctor anymore. The medical office I work at, I don't work under a doctor. I work under a nurse practitioner.
That's the same in medical.
Yeah, like now nurse practitioners do have their own
nurse
office.
practitioner to do open heart surgery on you.
Not open heart surgery.
You still
they
need
can do
to paying
as a doctor.
Position that you just mentioned. The specialists that are doing the heart surgeries, the neurosurgeons, the anesthesiologists,
still men. Because those were traditionally careers that men felt inclined to. It is changing. That was saying more doctors. Your sister's a doctor. You just said it,
Yes.
and she's young. So it means every year more female doctors graduate from medical school. That's what I'm saying.
In a sense, it means you have to pay them less.
No, it's not necessarily true. It depends really on like multiple factors, not just because she's a woman. Because more women joined. That's why we.
Think about it with ethnicity as well. Like this happens like with anything in the sense that like when you open up a job field for multiple other people, it like in a sense it loses its value because you don't need to like in a sense like we have a bigger pool of people who have more to offer in those cases. Like for example, like the nurse practitioner, she has her own office. Like she doesn't have a doctor to do prescriptions. And back then you would have to go to medical school. You would have to go through like a whole process to get to that. You only need basically half of the education. Like you don't need to go to residency. You don't need to do half that a doctor did. You know what I'm saying? And
But he's arguing that only women bring that down. But what about the H-1B visas that come here and have
Yes,
like?
immigration is another way to get around it because you can
Yeah,
pay
it's not just women then.
Yes, it's a multi-variant problem. And you're saying that I oversimplified it. Yes, immigration absolutely contributed to it as well. But if you add the fact also that women are entering the workforce and that's also lowered wages, yes, because employers are always finding ways to shortcut paying people more. And one of the ways that they were able to do that was selling feminism to women. Now, the other thing you mentioned before, because you said women only got these opportunities recently. Again, yes, they got these opportunities, but nothing is stopping them from getting into these fields that I mentioned, these blue-collar fields that I mentioned. Nothing stops women.
They're physical, like they're actually.
But women will still get hired for those jobs even if they don't qualify.
Which I don't agree with.
Seeing the point. They can still get in. Women just choose not to do these jobs. That's what I'm trying to drill into your head.
Because they're not.
To do these jobs, they prefer to do useless office work jobs that aren't critical to infrastructure of the world. That's of the country. That's what it is. They want to do. Here's the thing also that you got to understand. If you go back 70, 80 years, right, when feminism started, why is it that women hold the same jobs almost back then that they do today?
Because certain things
Traditionally, despite getting more rights, more privileges, more access to education, three out of 4 people graduating college nowadays are a woman. So why is it that women are more educated now than ever before, but they still have the same jobs?
Because you said it, some women find fulfillment in certain things, and it's biologically we're wired to be more like inclined to certain fields. Like for example, childcare. There's more women in education because they get like better, they're better with kids, or they're more empathetic, so they feel more inclined to.
So why is it that women are more educated now than ever before, but they still have the same jobs?
Because you said it, some women find fulfillment in certain things, and it's biologically we're wired to be more like inclined to certain fields. Like for example, childcare. There's more women in education because they get like better, they're better with kids, or they're more empathetic, so they feel more inclined to become nurses. Like it's all like it plays a role in the way we were brought up, tradition, biology. A lot of things determine the route we go. I'm not saying like from
So
like,
it's choice. It's choice.
It's choice
That's
and
what I'm
also
trying to say.
societal
No,
expectations.
it's choice. Because if you chose to be a plumber tomorrow, you can be one, and you don't even have to pass the test.
But she don't wanna be.
That's a choice.
To be a plumber.
That's her choice.
Yeah, no, it's not the choice. It's the all like energy, men's energy. I will never do it because I will.
Because you don't want to.
No, because my energy is woman's energy. I will never do it like these things. You understand?
She makes an argument that they can't do it.
They can do it. I never said they can't.
Okay, so nothing is holding you back.
I said physically we are less equipped for those jobs. Like, I would make the job more difficult. Like if I joined, like if I became an electrician, I would make so many mistakes. I would
So it's a choice. It's not because you're being. You tried to make the argument. Women don't want these jobs because we've been held back. We're not being held back. You choose not to do them.
Yeah, because
There's nothing that a man can do nowadays that a woman also can't do. And as a matter of fact, you can get that job and not even be qualified. We had a female plumber on one time. She was in plumbing school. She couldn't even turn the wrench to pass the test. Guess what they did? They passed her anyway and gave her a job. Why? Because they want women in that job field so much that they will go ahead and lower the standards for them. Same thing for police departments. They will lower the standards for women and let them in. And these dumb are shooting everybody left, right, and center. And don't know what the fuck is going on. They will allow women in the military that can't even do a push-up. Why? Because of equality. So you're saying we were held back. We can't do whatever. I argue women can do everything a man can do, and we've even lowered the standards so you guys can do it. Let's deal with the reality. Women don't want to do these jobs because they're. Lazy. That's what it is. That's the truth.
This is the
Women don't have
woman's energy. Be like.
Women don't. It's the truth, though. Women don't. You just admitted it. Women don't have the same proclivity to go out and work hard for money as men because men were more physically adept to it, and our title and our status depends on what we do. So women are men are more likely to work more hours. Men are more likely to work dangerous jobs. Men are more likely to take risks. Men are more likely to take less vacation time because we know that our status, our name rides on our career. Women don't have to build a career. They can find a man that has a career and take his last name. We have to create our last name. Does that mean that every single woman is lazy? No. But if I line up 100 women, 90 of them are not going to want to do manual labor work.
Ours.
Okay, so I finished the study like real estate, right?
Yes.
I didn't pick this because I like doing different stuff, different things like draw or like woman's energy.
Yeah, so useless
So
jobs.
I-
Yeah, that's what I said. Useless
No, the
jobs.
money is totally.
Who says you gotta pay more for a great shave? Well, it's off January 31st. Click the link in the description.
World champ. Best man here.
If you change it, asleep. We got Bruce, Shush, and T's in the other. It's gonna make it another edit.
In there. Square Garden. Really, really fucking Square Garden. Here in the Mecca.
Humor when it comes to me, but I realize he prepared to beat them, but they don't show a good game.
swear to God.
MSWBC.
Ready to give y'all the greatest performance y'all have ever seen. I'm pulling the cap off of this box and I'm showing I'm 10 years old. So
Come out of Brownsville. No fighter has ever won a title in the big room here at MSG. How do you feel about your chances to do that?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say what's up to the crowd. New York City, what up? This is him.
Decision didn't go your
Garden is the
into this fight.
I'm feeling great, man. I'm excited to be here.
Good luck to both of you guys on Saturday night. Jermaine Ortiz right alongside him. Jermaine, you knew you were going to fight somebody here on January 31st. It didn't seem to matter to you were going to go up against on this card. You're fighting Keyshawn Davis, 140 pounds. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm excited to be here. Madison Square Garden is the I was here at the theater before, and I'm in the big room. Like you said, graduating to the big room, and it's a sold-out crowd. So I'm gonna show everybody what I'm made of, and I'm gonna get over this hump and take somebody's all away that night.
You've got 2 losses on your resume, but they've been to 2 high-level guys, 2 really competitive fights against Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. How much did you learn from those losses, and what do you take from them coming into this fight?
I learned a lot, and what I learned that I'm not gonna leave it to the judges, so I don't expect it to go to the scorecards.
What do you have to do to accomplish that? What do you have to do to win this fight?
I'm gonna take out all the tools that I got in my tool bag and, show y'all there's levels to this, and I could do anything I want to do.
All right, good luck, Jermaine. Keyshawn, I think you heard you laughing. He doesn't want to leave it to the judges. You don't want to leave it to the judges.
Exactly.
How do you think this fight's gonna play out?
First off, I want to thank my God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for bringing me back here. Like Eddie Hearns with a smile on my face. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm excited. And hey, I don't want to leave it in the judges' hands neither, sir. So let's do it. Let's fight. I like fighting. Let's do it, bro.
You know, a lot happened over the last few months. You come back with a new trainer, new team, new weight at 140 pounds. You promised a new beginning for you in this new weight class. What's going to be different about you on Saturday night?
Shoot. Y'all gonna have to see. Y'all got to see Saturday night. The amazing Keyshawn Davis, he back.
You've had a lot of great moments here in New York City, here at Madison Square Garden. Won your first world title here at the Garden. What is it about this city and this building that seems to bring the best out of you?
Man, it's crazy because when I came back from the Olympics, my first fight back from the Olympics was in the Mecca in MSG. And then I also got another chance to fight in the Mecca of the MSG, but I never thought it was a sold-out crowd. Like, that's crazy. It's definitely going to be probably the biggest event I was ever a part of. So I appreciate Turkey Alashiki for putting me on this card. I appreciate Jay Prince for making it happen. And my team, my mother, my brothers, Kelvin and Keon Davis, for helping me just get back in the gym so I could be able to fight on this card right here, on this platform. It's amazing, man.
All right, incredible undercard. Co-main event of the co-main that could stand alone on its own. 5 fights, 2 world titles. Fantastic setup for the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson showdown at the top. We're going to face these 2 guys off, change the chairs up a little bit, and come back with the main event press conference.
What?
Is he a fed or?
Someone who feels like they haven't found their passion. You know what?
It was at this point, on top of all the footage of Palestinians getting blown up, all the Osama bin Laden. All right, guys. Moon versus G5. I want to focus on the face-off first because people have to see the build-up and why it got to where it got to. Let's go ahead and watch this face-off highlights first on YouTube. I mean, IG, I can't speak today. I can't speak today. Here we go.
For sure, it's crazy. It's different now. It's crazy.
What was you seeing out there offensively, dog? Talk to me.
You said in a game I just played?
Yeah. This video was sponsored by He's just marked 4 points. He's marked more than 32.5 points. What do you do, man? Put the nigga
Instantly, bro. I think that I don't know. I think going into the game, bro, I know I was gonna kind of get to my spots and kind of get whatever shot I wanted, only because not that he's just older, he's just not fast. You know what I'm saying? I know he's gonna be over aggressive on the catch, but once I do like a little shimmy jab, whatever you want to call it, I know that it's hard. Well, I'm just up there wiggling.
You muted. You muted.
You give me now? My bad. Somebody was calling me.
Yeah, you good.
At the top doing a little jab slash like shimmy shit. I feel like it'd be hard to tell which way I'm gonna go, and then I just always, bro, one.
Damn, up.
You give me still bad game. I feel like what I'm saying was when I'm doing that, I just be in the gym practicing one dribble or two dribble shots both ways, whether it's one dribble pull up if you close enough, if you're not close enough, and then I come off that bitch or you still like glued. Yeah, like that first dribble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just feel like from that point, I just be like predicting what you gonna do, whether you close or you not. For sure.
So I think so too, bro. I think G5 came up here and he thought he had a game plan to stop those bounds and those floats, not realizing how far you're getting away from him and setting up shit. So let me ask you this. Are you
reacting to what the defender does, like based on like whether he steps up, drops back, like how are you reacting based on the offensive possession?
Definitely off of the defender, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I be like freestyling that shit. I know from top of the key, I got 4 or 5 moves that I'm trying to come with if they stop me or if they even give me resistance. You know what I'm saying? But you would see me sometime, bro, if I don't just stand and shoot from the same spot, I literally go one dribble each way and just pull up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you never come close to me, bro, I'm gonna just shoot the ball. And if you come close, you bring out one of these moves that I've done several times in the gym by myself. I don't even know which one half of the time. It's really just a reaction from however the defender come. But I feel like I practice that shit so much, it's like second nature. When I'm finna fucking flow and just push my drive and try to get skinny or across that bitch or just pull up. You know what I'm saying? It really just depends on my defense, bro. Like, that's why I think it's harder to stop what I'm doing because I don't really necessarily have an exact opinion of like I'm going into this play on this. I just know all my shit look the same and whatever feel natural, I'm gonna just go with that for real, for real.
Oh, so your approach is I have these amount of moves, and based on what the defender does, is how I'm going to counter. You know what's crazy, bro? I was talking to Kel though. He says like he'll have a move, and if it works, he'll have a counter for that move 5 plays later. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a fact.
That's crazy.
If something work, bro, I'm gonna like use it. I do shit like if a move work, I might walk to the other side of the floor and do the same exact move because it just worked. But because I walked to the other side, you then forgot about that bitch in them 5 seconds because you was just, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like with me, bro, it's based off my defender, but when I see shit working, I'm definitely going back to it. Or like I might do some shit and be like, bro, I'm saving that. Like he had no clue what was going on. So I might do, like he said, 4 or 5 plays in between. Then I ain't get a good bucket. I'd be like, all right, well, I know I did this to him and he ain't remember this shit. I know he ain't for that right now. But like for sure, when I get to certain points in the game, my biggest thing, bro, you could probably check into my last couple games, for real, for real. I'm trying to get 17 in the first half. That's my trying to get 17. Only because I know that, all right, and I won't start looking for 17 until I get to 9 or 10 points. See, if I got 9, I'm gonna automatically know, all right, bro, I gotta make a layup and I gotta make a 3 in between me shooting 2 3. Cause I shoot 2 3 is just fucking 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I fucking get these 5 points and then stack it up to 8, shit, I done hit him for 17. Now I got 13 points left to whatever it is you chasing me behind. Especially if I got the halftime first.
So your goal is to get to 17. Is that a psychological thing for you to shorten the game, or is that more about you making the defender think like, damn, he got 17 coming out of his hands?
More also thinking about my defender, like, damn, he whooped my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just feel worse. Like, if I'm beating you 17-10, if I'm beating you 15-10.
Yeah.
You be like, bro, that's 2 possessions. I got that 17, you got 3, maybe 4. It just feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, talk to me about G5, man. Is he like what do you rank him at in terms of opponents?
I feel like I came into that game.
Did you just do a thumbs up? Who's
I was talking to my girl. Yeah. That's funny. I said, I ain't know you saw me. But fucking, what I say, I feel like with G5, bro, it's hard to rank him only because he probably could have gave me more. Maybe they'll say, oh, he fouled him. Like, he didn't show his bag. I think I fouled him. But majority possession when he called the foul, I think was either on the first dribble or him damn near not dribbling at all. You know what I'm saying? But I think, I just started the year, bro. I feel like my last 3 opponents starting this year, I was 31. Well, I won my first game 30-16, then I went 31-13, and this one was 30-8.
Mm-hmm.
So I just say I'm getting more better with the stuff I do, bro. So G5 was just a casualty, bro. I ain't even trying right now. Part of this shit.
No, funny, bro. I feel like the best thing about your game right now is the jab. Bro, you knocking down fucking threes, bro. All right, bro. That's all the PR shit. Bro, you knocking down threes right now, bro.
Nah, facts. I feel like that come with, I was always a good shooter. I think me getting more consistently just comes with actually, I said that shit in the beginning of last year, bro. You can go look at it. We did like the interview on ABC podcast, you know what I'm saying? I just said I was gonna be more intentional with shots that I was shooting instead of just feeling like I'm gonna win anyways. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in the past, bro, I hit a lot of dumb shots, not saying I was playing for content, but I definitely sometimes would be winning and be just doing extra. I ain't really trying to do no extra with the body right now. I'm just trying to beat people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what matter right now, bro. Whether you getting paid or what the people talk about is just winning and losing. Fuck the highlight plays. I'm a highlight player in general, just my game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going for them. I'm just trying to beat you the most I can for sure.
I want to talk about some of the other games, bro. I think that Hoodie Kel and Tayshawn game was insane, bro. What was your thoughts if you saw that game at all?
Shout out to Hoodie Cam, shout out to Tayshawn. I want an extra 500 on it. You know what I'm saying? I think shit, that was a good game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going into that game, I feel like I knew Tayshawn was good because I went to Hoop in Indiana. Me and Scotty, we put up out there. You know what I'm saying? We had did like an open run with Lance and everybody, bro. So I got more of a feel for Tayshawn in that run because I saw him play against Bucks. He had a good game, but I felt like, man, Bucks a showman. He played around a little bit, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And he let one slip. So I was like, man, maybe Tayshawn not this, he not that, but when we went to hoop in the finals, I was like, damn, bro, he really could ball. You know what I'm saying? I got a better feel for the game, played a couple games. He motherfucking got into it and shit. But the Hoodie Kel game, I feel like he just showed what he could do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Hoodie Kel could have hit a couple more shots in the beginning and got him away early, but just the fact that he lasted how he did and he could have still won that game 2-3 shots away. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do that in one possession sometimes, but I'll give him the ball back. So it just show how good he really is. And he could probably be a player in this space that like
I think he can. I think he can.
Once he get more comfortable.
Yeah. Talk to me about the 3v3 real quick.
I think with the 3-on-3, bro, I'm still a little sick. We ain't come out with that win. You know what I'm saying? It was 48-50. Shout out to Lance, DA, and for sure ISO T. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what he did in that game to some people might go under the radar, but I think the role he played in that game, I take on that role a lot, just depending on who I'm playing with. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really tripping off shots, but we do everything else. I might get some blocks, steals, get some extra possessions for us, play good defense, and when I do get the ball, if y'all need me to, I can't put this bitch in the goal. You know what I'm saying? So they think, bro. Everybody like shit. Lee, Rob, Cam. I feel like I wanted us to win, but just other than what people say was chaos, you know what I'm saying? But that's part of basketball. I used to fight my brother, like, you know what I'm saying, in a basketball game. Like, we'll go in the backyard, motherfucker, I break us up. Tell me I don't love my brother. You know what I'm saying? So shit happens, bro. We finished the game. Everybody made it home safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the event, you could ask for more, but for the people that were there, I'm damn sure they enjoyed their time. You know what I'm saying? So I had a good time, bro, for sure. Oh man, what's the word, man? I told you I am with you, brother. Just the man I want to see. Yeah, King of the Spirit. BLS, he is around, but he be capped out. Hey, 2-0, man. 2-0. Yeah, that's for you. Yeah.
I think it's the most responsible way with it. Much love ABC crew, and that was my point. Somebody else. What's up, guys? We got Warzone Episode 1 exclusive for the ABC crew. Shout out to the TNCW, shout out to Scotty and Friga and everybody involved, man. It's about an hour and 40 minutes long. So let's go ahead and kick our feet up and relax. It won't be much talking.
Looking for tax help? Now there are TurboTax experts right in your neighborhood. They get to know your unique situation and get you every dollar you deserve. So hand off your taxes to a local Turbo. Check on the testimony. Gonna follow, let it go. This year, good news, giant, plenty money. Gonna follow. Everything I wanted, manifesting for my life. Everything they wanted, manifesting for life. Even before you come, I can't stop it. But like a body to fly. Even before you come, stop it. Like a body to